couple of questions about Kiefer. Would you mind talking about it?
What is it?
Sam told me that you went to her for advice about sex and that she took you to a clinic.
What's your question?
Did you want to have sex with Kiefer, or did he pressure you into it?
I wanted to sleep with Kiefer.
Did he bring it up first?
Well, yeah, guys usually do, don't they? I mean, Kiefer was 18 and he'd had sex before. It was just natural for him to expect it.
But how did you feel?
I wanted to make him happy. He could have dated any girl he wanted. Then last year he dated the prettiest cheerleader.
So you had sex with him because you were afraid that he'd leave you if you didn't?
I guess maybe a part of me felt that way. But I also wanted to, honestly. I mean, that's why I asked Sam for advice, and I went to the clinic and started taking the pill.
By the time you came to this decision, had he already hit you?
Just once, and it was more of a slap.
A slap is a hit.
I know!
So what happened then?
It happened here at the house. Kiefer started kissing me. He tried to go further, but I stopped him. He got annoyed and said we'd been together for months. How long did I expect him to wait? And I said something, I can't remember what, and he slapped me really hard on the face. I guess he was just frustrated.
It doesn't matter how he felt. Do you get that? What he did was wrong. There was no excuse. Do you understand? And don't just say, yes, Mom, don't say that. Tell me how you really, really feel.
I get that hitting me was wrong, but I made Kiefer mad sometimes.
It doesn't matter
and it
how
wasn't just him being awful and me being perfect.
Honey, it's not what you did, it's what he did. How, Kristna, could you stay with someone who hit you? I'm sorry. God, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, okay?
Dr. Winters is asking me the same thing. She says figuring out why I stayed with Kiefer is the key to better self-esteem.
And so what have the two of you come up with?
We've only had 4 sessions.
Okay, listen. I know that what's going on between you and Dr. Winters is private, and you have every right to keep it that way. So if you prefer not to talk about this, I get it. Okay?
It's just really hard to talk about. You know, I've kept it a secret for so long. Out of shame, I guess. And because I didn't want him to get in trouble.
Honey, why would you protect someone who hurt you?
I knew who Kiefer was before he even noticed me. Oh. And then when we started talking and then dating, I was really flattered. It's not like I had any experience.
No, you didn't. He was your first boyfriend.
He was so confident and sure of himself. When Kiefer led the relationship, he decided what we did and who we hung out with. He even bought me that cell phone so he could always reach me whenever he wanted. And the first time Kiefer hit me, I was so shocked and upset. But then afterwards, he was so sorry and he swore it would never happen again. And I believed him. I wanted to believe him. I wanted us to be boyfriend and girlfriend because it made me feel like I was somebody.
Why? How is it possible that you don't see how wonderful you are and that you deserve better?
Maybe I wanted to prove I made the right decision choosing Kiefer. Yeah, everyone liked him so much.
I'm sorry that I didn't stop this.
You did the best you could, Mom.
I did not.
Yes, you
Because
did.
I'm your mother and I should have known what was going on. I should have picked up on something and you should have been able to come talk to me and tell me anything.
But Dad was never around. You had no one to help you. And I totally understand why you didn't want him to be. I made the choices that I made because I didn't want you to be in an environment where violence was acceptable. So somehow you got the message anyway. And I know intellectually I'm not to blame, but emotionally in my heart, I feel like I am. I made the choice to stay with Kiefer. I'm still working on why.
I'm so proud of you. And if you keep working, you're gonna get this all figured out and you're gonna see how special you are and that you deserve so much better. I love you. I love you so much.
I love you too, Mom.
Tell your father he's a coward for sending you.
Luke figured you wouldn't let him in the house.
Well, he's absolutely right. Tracy, he's making this all up. This guy shows up in town, and within moments, Luke is panting like a dog and begging for more.
Tracy, you and I both know Sky isn't doing anything with Luke except talking.
I can't believe he's got you conned. Luke has never sent flowers in his entire life.
Exactly, and he picks those himself.
Really? From whose garden?
Oh, he is just conning us, Tracy. He's trying to get back in this house so he can rob us blind.
No, I'm just here trying to do a good deed.
No
and
excuses, young man. It's about time you answered for everything that you pilfered from our home.
It's my
Oh,
home.
don't, please.
Are you missing anything, dear? Any jewelry or anything valuable?
I didn't bring much worth taking.
Well, I think that we ought to take an inventory to see what's missing. I'm going to call the police right now.
Okay, no, you can't.
Hi, Dad.
Hey, Kristna. Glad you came by. How you feeling? You still got a thing on the eye there.
I'm pretty good physically. The rest is taking time.
Yeah.
And all the lies I told, and the fact that Kiefer's dead and Mr. Bauer is going after Mom.
All right, Mr. Bad won't be a problem, sweetheart.
Please don't go after him.
No, that's not what I meant, Christina. It's okay. The worst is behind you. Things are going to get better for you now.
I still think about Kiefer and wonder how it all went so wrong.
Listen to me. Kiefer is an abusive pig who messed with your head. And I know what that's about. Like I told you before, my stepfather used to do that to my mother.
What was it like? Did he act normal and then suddenly get really mad?
He would come home from work and he would start a conversation with my mother. And she would say something like the vacuum broke, and it would set him off, and he would start an argument, and she would say something back, and he'd grab her by the hair, and he'd punch her, and he'd throw her on the ground, he'd kick her, and then I would say something, right, to try to stop it. And he would grab me, and he would punch me, and he would hurt me.
Did he ever say why he did it?
Well, he used to say we made him do it. It was never his fault. It was always our fault, for making him mad.
That's exactly what Kiefer used to say.
It's okay, honey. Come here. It's okay.